following program is available in high definition on Channel 700. This program is designed and produced by the community with the support of TV Cogeco.
Welcome to Chef's Corner. I'm Chef Michelle. Today we're going to be cooking with the candidates for the Northumberland-Peterborough South riding. Our first candidate we're going to be cooking with today is Russ Christensen of the NDP party. We're going to do stir fry today.
Yes.
Because you're a vegetarian.
I am vegetarian, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I actually eat a bit of fish occasionally.
Oh,
but
well, hey,
yeah.
then we won't.
Pescatarian.
We won't, yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Fish is good for you. All right, so
I'm a Viking. I have to have fish.
Viking. I'm going to turn this
Yeah.
on for you.
Okay.
What we've got here, and we're cooking in Herma's kitchen, a little bit of garlic expressions,
Nice.
makes life a little easy, so we'll put some oil in there so it's already an infused garlic.
Okay, onion.
Onion. And I'll chop some of these green onion, or we
All
can
right.
put some of them
This
in
is a
even later.
beautiful red onion. Where's that from?
That's from Cindy Oslin's
Cindy
market.
Oslin.
Almost all the stuff here today is
Fabulous.
yeah, a little bit of celery. Do you put the stalks in when you do?
Yeah, it's
a little
beautiful.
bit everything, no
Yeah.
wasting of
Flavor.
anything.
Well, food waste
just
is a
gonna give
big
you-
issue, actually, so it's good. This is probably enough onion, I think.
Sure, that's fine. Just, you
Okay.
know, just
I
put
mean,
it
I
there.
love onion, but some people, it overpowers them.
Should we put a little bit more garlic in there?
Yes.
Just for the.
But I want to do the onion first because it
Okay.
takes a little longer to cook.
Okay, and I've just cranked that up for you. I'm going to reach
Oh, is it
underneath.
too?
No, I've just turned it up really, really
Okay.
high.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to get that in.
I'm so glad
Get
I don't
that
have to
doing its
clean
thing.
up afterwards, right? Right?
No.
Okay, good. Because
Well, everyone's going to be laughing at me because they know I don't do dishes.
you don't do dish, you
I
just
don't
do
do
the
dishes 'cause I'm
cooking.
cooking
Well, that's
all the
fair,
time.
right?
Yeah.
That's the rule in our house. Whoever cooks doesn't have to clean up.
And so I would take it that you do most of the cooking then?
No,
That's-
I do. We share
So
it.
it's shared?
It's shared,
Do
yeah.
you like plan
Heidi-
out a menu of like a weekly
Okay,
of
now
Russ is
you're-
cooking this night and
No.
No.
Although my wife would probably like that, but especially not
okay.
during the campaign, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
oh well, there'll be lots of time
Okay,
for that down the
carrot.
road.
Celery.
Some carrot,
This is
celery.
good.
We've got to
You've
move
got
along
celery.
here. Yeah,
I'm going to cut some carrot up.
sounds good.
This looks like a beautiful carrot.
They are all fresh out of
My
the garden
favorite
yesterday.
vegetable right here, carrot.
Carrots.
Yeah,
And we have
love
some
them.
rainbow ones there. Russ is also, we're doing this stir fry, but Russ is also very big on quinoa. And some of you may or may not be familiar with quinoa. And there are 3 varieties that I'm aware of. There's a white variety, there's a black variety, and a red variety. And for today's
Right.
purposes, I have put them all together in a pot so that we can see the beautiful colors of them.
That's fantastic. So quinoa is actually a seed. It's not a grain. I don't know if people know that. So it's a very good protein source. It's got twice the protein of brown rice and cooks very quickly. And it's about 1.5 to 1 for water to quinoa. Now, I like my stir fries kind of chunky.
Oh, okay,
so,
good.
I don't cut it too fine. I know some people might prefer that, but I'm going to try the carrot. No, it's very good.
Good. So we've got some eggplant in there, we've got some onion, we've got some garlic, we've
Let's
got
throw some of
red
those little
pepper,
baby tomatoes.
some
Those are sweet.
tomatoes, yes.
And there's some hot
Why
pepper
not?
too.
Yeah, sure, we can
Yeah.
use those.
Awesome.
Oh, we have mushroom too? Should I chop a couple
Yeah,
mushrooms?
definitely. Please do. Yeah. Love mushrooms.
Now these are not local.
Those are button mushrooms.
Yeah.
There's so many different kinds.
But there are-
Yesterday,
there's
on our farm, we were walking to the forest. We got a puffball,
Yeah.
and we cooked that up
This
with.
big, this big,
It was
this.
about like that.
They're
And
big.
we
Mushroom soup?
No, this is what we did. We marinated it with olive oil and garlic and some spices, and then we barbecued strips, and then we cut it in julienne into pasta.
Yeah.
Bella.
Beautiful.
Fantastico. So
Here.
instead of salt, we're going to use soy sauce or
Okay.
tamari. Now, this is a soy sauce. It says it's Thai seasoning soy sauce, but you can also use tamari, which is a Japanese soy sauce, and very high quality. Sanjay is one of the brands. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sanjay is one of the
Let the
brands that
people
I
know.
like. Yeah, really good. So this is to taste, and then when you serve this on top of the quinoa that's already cooked, people can add a little more
Of whatever they
tamari or
need.
soy sauce if they like it, you know, to taste. The other
Wonderful.
thing that I use as a vegetarian or pescatarian is I use nutritional yeast, yummy yeast, which is high in vitamin B, and it tastes like Parmesan cheese.
Ooh. So
And
can
you just sprinkle that on as a sort of, you know, condiment in a way, right? And nutritional yeast and tamari on popcorn with some butter.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Very nice. See,
Really
that's
good.
this jalapeno.
Oh,
This is
okay. I don't want the
banana,
jalapenos very
and then
hot.
this is yeah.
is like a cayenne, right?
Yeah, a chili.
Yeah. Now, don't rub your eyes with your hand after you cut the pepper. Learn from hard experience, believe me. And I'm just going to chop this finer because, you know, it's strong.
And you don't mind putting the seeds in?
I love the seeds.
Yeah. See, there you go.
And
Some
that's
people get
extra
fussy with
protein,
that.
right?
Yeah. Some
Oh, yeah.
people get fussy with that.
Yeah, I'm not
That's great.
fussy.
Okay.
My daughter Dagmar would be fussy about that kind of thing. She's
Scrape
very
the seeds,
particular.
yeah.
Oh God, yeah. And then when she's baking, she loves to do decorating. So there's always with the icing. What do you call the thing with the icing? Like you
Icing
squeeze
bag.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's got the different nozzles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She's
That's
into
a
that.
talent. That's talent.
She's
I'm
amazing.
not a
Like,
baker.
I can't believe it. And she learned it on the internet videos. Like, I think it's ready.
Yeah, it is
Okay,
ready.
so here.
Do we want to just put a little bit here, and then at least I can show the folks the finished product? That was wonderful. Oh, we
I was
forgot-
lucky enough to be taught how to cook by my mom. And then when I went to university, I taught my 5 roommates because they didn't have a clue. Like, they didn't even know how to boil
well,
water.
Someone's
Is
gotta
that it?
teach them how- That's it. There we are, right there.
Look at the
We're
beautiful
done.
garnish.
We are done. Look
I'd
at
shake
that.
your hand, but it's got maple
It's all
syrup
good.
and lemon.
It's all good. But thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Russ. This is
That was a
beautiful. The
pleasure.
quinoa, the nice little
So
stir
you can
fry.
put, if you want some tamari on there, you can put
Give a
some
little bit
on.
more on
Yeah,
the
exactly.
soy sauce.
And that is one healthy meal right there.
It's an extremely healthy meal. We didn't put the kale in, but
Ah,
you can also add
yes,
kale.
you
You
could.
can add whatever. It's
Yeah, I mean,
know.
there's some nice cabbage too. I mean, you can add what you need to add and whatever's available in your fridge, right? That's a beautiful thing about a stir fry.
It is, and the
Use
quinoa.
what's available.
Joining me today in Chef's Corner is Conservative candidate Adam Moulton. And Adam, you're going to tell us a little bit about what we're cooking today and
Yeah.
one of your favorite things to just kind of chow down on at home.
Yeah.
Some
No, absolutely.
nacho action.
For sure. Well, you know what? This was definitely one of the meals that was a Friday night staple or a Saturday night staple in the family. As when we were growing up watching the Leafs games, it's switched tunes a little bit towards the Jays now, but we're still making them, and it's just it's a good nighttime snack to kind of gather around the couch with the fam and eat. And so we have some Gouda cheese here. We got a little bit of ground beef. This is locally raised, locally sourced
It is
beef.
from Cindy Oslin's from the market out there. She's got a wonderful selection of meats. We're very fortunate again in Northumberland to have all that stuff
Absolutely.
locally
so.
done. Yeah.
And then I believe, as I was just chatting with you a little bit here, we also have some products right from Herma's, and so we're going to be throwing some tomatoes, some peppers, as well as kicking in a little bit of spice there as well, which I always like.
That's right.
And,
This is Just Cook.
Okay.
It's Tacos Night Blend.
Beautiful.
And you can get that here at Herma's. We're actually cooking here at Herma's today in her test kitchen, so it's wonderful. Today we have a couple of different kinds of nachos. You can use any nachos. I don't know. Do you have a favorite brand you like?
You know what? I love the blue corn chip tortilla ones, but we've also had some of the lime ones from Herma's.
Yeah,
and
those chili lime ones.
Those are unbelievable.
Yeah, I like them too. And these ones are like gluten-free. They're all the good things.
Yeah,
All the good things. Yeah, it's corn. Hey, corn's good for you. So I'm going to assist you here and we'll start with some nachos on the plate.
Beautiful, thank you.
Pile it up high. So we've already got our nacho burger ready to go over. And Adam is just chopping up a bunch of locally fresh little tiny tomatoes. You can use whatever tomato you want, right? Like anything. Do you guys grow tomatoes in the garden?
No, we don't, but we always buy local baby tomatoes, and so those
Little
are
tiny
those are great. So
Who did most of the cooking when you were growing up?
definitely my mom.
Yeah.
My father, I wouldn't necessarily say is a chef by any stretch of the matter, but
You like the barbecue?
he does. Yeah, he's the grill master of the house. So
Grill master. It's always good to have one of those around. What's your favorite comfort food that you remember growing up that your mom used to make? Now I'll put you on the spot.
That's a good question. I would probably have to say.
And it can be anything because it's a
Yeah.
kid's comfort food.
Yeah,
or
no, absolutely.
younger comfort
I
food.
would say my grandmother's chocolate chip cookie recipe. She throws in a little bit of coconut into there, and so they were unbelievable cookies, and still makes them, and they are still fantastic.
But nachos are so easy. They're so simple. We've got some tomatoes, some peppers, whatever else you like to put on it.
Yep.
We've got some cheese. Now, how do you like to do it? Do you
I
like to
like-
do meat first and then cheese?
No,
or
I like
cheese
to
and
do a
then-
little bit of cheese, a little bit of meat, and then just a light sprinkle of cheese again. I love cheese. Cheese is one of my favorite things. So
And this is Gouda cheese, so
beautiful.
Gouda's Gouda for you.
So we'll get an even spread across the field there.
And then the jalapeno peppers, like if you cook them in there, or I don't know if you normally would just sprinkle them all over, or there's different ways of doing the peppers.
Yeah, you know what? I actually don't
I find
mind.
infusing
I don't
it in
mind-
the meat.
I was just about to say, cooking it into the meat is always a good idea.
Good. And we can
Beautiful.
Grate some more of this up. and
There we
can
go.
ahead with that. Well, it's that time of the year. With obviously, I take it you're into sports.
Yep.
You know, we're getting back into the kitchen now, getting more into the stews and soups and things. What's something else you like to cook?
Ooh, the post
We
Thanksgiving.
got chicken fingers. We got nachos.
Yeah, the post Thanksgiving stew that you get to use with the leftover turkey, always a
Oh, so a
favorite.
turkey stew.
Yeah,
Good.
that's a good hearty meal, especially on a cold, wet day like today.
Yeah,
that would be.
I know it is fall today. It's feeling like fall, although it's
Awesome
not that
here.
cold.
So,
So I just grated a bit more cheese up for you,
beautiful, and I'll spread some of this on there.
and here
There we go.
we'll get this out of your road.
Beautiful. There we go.
Good. That's really looking nice. It's almost Christmassy looking.
It is.
Oh wait, I'm jumping seasons here.
Awesome.
And then a
there
bit more
we go.
cheese.
Yep. We'll set that over here.
Oh, this is like wow.
Beautiful.
And more burger. Did you want more burger on it?
Beautiful. Hey,
Are
you know
we
what?
good? It's looking good?
That'll probably be okay. But I mean, we always have leftovers. So.
That's true.
Huh? Awesome. Those are looking
Okay,
unbelievable.
there we go. Now, actually, behind you, you'll
Yep.
find some gloves.
Beautiful.
I did the magic of TV. We've already prepared one so we can show everybody. Just be careful when you're pulling that out, Adam, because it might be slippery on the plate.
That would be good as my cooking debut, just to drop everything on the floor.
No. Here, I'll just put this here so you can set it right on top.
Perfect. Awesome.
Bonus.
Beautiful.
We can pop. Well, you got those on.
Oh, yeah,
We can-
fair enough.
We're really going to put you to work. There you go.
There
really
we go.
just there.
There. Alrighty, perfect. This is awesome.
Yeah, these are pizza pans that are really awesome, but they are a little slippery on the bottom. So maybe forethought, we should put some cheese on the bottom so then they wouldn't
Duly
slip.
noted.
Some
Duly
little bit
noted.
of cheese. So there you have it, folks. A little bit of sour cream. What else would you serve with that?
A little bit of guacamole if you're feeling up to the task.
Do you make your own guacamole?
We do I do make my own guacamole, so it's no, delicious. We actually purchased one of those stone bowls when my family
Like a
was down in
pestle and
Mexico.
mortar?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
you
it.
can
And so you can grind
do
it
your
up. It's awesome.
Good. Sounds like you got a delightful kitchen there. Okay, so there you have it. Adam Moulton's homemade beef nachos. One of your favorite staples to do. One of the
Well,
favorites.
it's the Friday night special. If Josh Donaldson keeps hitting walk-off home runs, then we're going to keep getting to enjoy these.
Good. Sounds great. All right. Well, thanks for coming to Chef's Corner and being here and cooking.
No,
and,
I appreciate the invitation.
That's great. I
So.
appreciate it. So there we have it, folks. Adam Moulton's beef nachos. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome back to Chef's Corner. I'm Chef Michelle, and joining me is local Liberal candidate Kim Rudd. Today, tell us a little bit about the recipe that you're going to be doing for us.
Well,
that you like.
I'm, as you know, in election, and I'm canvassing a lot, and I usually don't get to eat. Tom and I don't get to eat till around 9 o'clock. So we eat a lot of fish, a lot of salad, and this is just one of my go-to meals that I probably have a few times a week with a variation in a different fish and a different fruit in my salad, whatever. And
Whatever in season two.
whatever's in
Nice.
season, yeah.
Good. Okay, so we're going to do a classic salmon
We are.
with a rub that you love. I haven't tried, but Herma carries this here actually.
I know. I love Herma for her creativity in terms of the products she carries. And this True North by Southwest is really got a bit of a tang to it and a bit of a bite. So it really goes nice with the salmon. Yeah.
Good.
So
we're going to do a blackened salmon, or at least a crispy salmon. And we're going to do a very simple arugula salad with some apples and some pumpkin seeds.
And did you tell me we were able to get the arugula
were.
from Osland Farms?
Most of the vegetables I have here today are, well, they're all right here from Northumberland, which is really amazing that we have that, and it's here for us. This is a locally grown arugula. So, and yeah, at Cindy Osland's, the farm market. There's lots of other markets that you can get locally sourced things from this time of year.
Oh,
so we're really lucky and fortunate.
And Cindy has some of the best lamb,
Yes,
some of the best product. I had lamb last night, so it wasn't a canvassing day, so I ate meat. You just have to do whatever you can when the time works.
So do I take it that you do most of the cooking in your family then?
I do. Yeah, I do. Tom will grill on the barbecue on occasion, but I have some food allergies to preservatives and things like MSG, so if I can't pronounce it, I don't eat it.
Well, that's
my
probably
rule
a
of
good thing.
thumb,
It's a
yes.
good rule of thumb for
It
everybody
is,
and
it
anybody,
is.
that's for sure.
I just do very simple vinaigrette with lemon juice usually. If I have some white wine in the fridge, I use white wine, whatever works. A bit of olive oil, sometimes some Dijon mustard.
Dijon's nice.
Yeah, it's always good. And of course, the usual salt and pepper.
Peppers there if you need, yeah.
Yeah, and just because I really like to taste the food I'm eating and not the dressing. And our garden is so full of tomatoes right now. I've been freezing the cherry tomatoes in Ziploc bags and
And then you can always use them later and throw them in a soup. You can throw them in yeah.
I'll even throw them through the food processor and make chili of them. I have a lot, trust me. Yeah.
It's nice that you get a chance to be doing that. The cooking.
Tom
at
picks
home.
them, I wash them and put them in. And you don't have to do anything to them. You can just throw them right in.
I'm going to give you this.
Thank you, that was-
I'll pass that along.
And I like my fish more on the what I will call rare side.
Rare, okay. Some people like it rare. Some people like
Yeah.
it well done.
And I like things
With no
like
pink?
tuna with no pink, yes.
Here.
Let's do the salad vinaigrette and then just
And
throw
this-
it on.
Oops.
See,
And this is a lovely fast dinner, folks. So don't be, you don't have to be spending 5 hours in the kitchen. You have time to do it, so.
it's really my 10-minute dinner. And I might just sometimes I throw a bit of, we've got some red onion in there. And just trying to think of what else. Oh, let's do
We've
some
got some
apples. Sometimes if it's in season, I'll use pumpkin peaches. I'll use raspberries or blueberries in season. I just think fruit adds a nice little touch.
It does.
Yeah. And we're so lucky to live in apple country where we have some of the best apples.
These are local as well. These are the apple crisp,
Yeah.
Yep, and they're great. And they're lovely because they don't turn brown, so they're really perfect for a salad.
Well, and I leave the skins on everything. If I'm cooking, I actually microwave sweet potatoes. That's another good thing I throw on sometime. And I like the skins on things. I think the nutrients are there, the color's there, a little bit of texture.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm kind of a open the fridge door kind of
And
cook.
put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one
Good
never
way to be.
knows. My husband Tom is out knocking on doors with me just like I am, and so he might get to stop and grocery shop and he might not. So I'll just throw this vinaigrette right on here.
How simple. And we could put a little bit of thyme
Oh,
on
let's
with
do
it.
that. Yep, that sounds great.
I had some lovage here too that, which is a nice knockoff.
And I don't like a lot of, and these are pumpkin seeds because they're in season. Sometimes I use pine nuts, sometimes I use sunflower seeds, sometimes I just like seeds for texture and a bit of,
Very nice.
bit of a different. And
And we've got our salmon.
I think it's, no, I cheat and do this, I know. No, it's not quite right, but I know it's close. I have a gas stove at home, so I'm used to very instant heat,
quick.
very hot.
I have a
so-
gas stove as well.
Do you?
There's no other way to cook
There,
as far
I
as I'm
know, I
concerned.
agree, but when we lived in the country in Hamilton Township, we couldn't have that.
Have you ever cooked on a wood stove?
On
Like
a
on a
wood,
cook- like
only
a-
when our power went out for 15 hours when we lived in Baltimore. That's how we cooked. We kept the pipes from freezing and we cooked grilled cheese sandwiches on a wood
I want
stove.
to do a whole cooking show coming up on Chef's Corner, all about being prepared for the winter and what to get and what to have on hand and all of that stuff. So it will be good.
I think people are going back to, I eat almost no processed food. And I think people are going back to that, the local food movement and the slow food movement. I mean, this is the perfect time for making the chili, making the...
Oh, I love fall, because it's when you kind of get away from the barbecue a little bit, get back into the house, stews and soups and on all that stuff.
Well, and we grew a bunch of different hot peppers this year. We always try and experiment. There were a couple of surprises, some of which were very hot. So, but you learn. Yeah, let me get this off.
And I think we are good.
I think we
have
are.
Color on the other side there.
I think we do. Oh, isn't that just perfect? See, it's only really, and I sort of do
There
this
you are.
because I like a bit of the juice from the salmon coming onto my salad.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And there you have it, your very fast dinner. That didn't
It
take
is,
long at
no.
all. A lovely salmon steak, a lovely arugula salad with some pumpkin seeds, and all of that really great stuff.
Yeah.
So there you are. Thanks.
It was
very
great.
much, Kim, for
It
coming
was
in.
a pleasure. Thank you. We can do this
Appreciate it.
again.
Yeah, we could. We should.
Could we wait till after October 19th?
Yes, we will.
Thank you
We'll
very
wait
much.
till you've had a breath.
Okay.
So the last candidate cooking with Chef's Corner today is Patricia Sinnott from the local Green Party. Today we're going to cook a little bit of one of your favorite dishes, and of course we all know it's fall. So maybe you'd like to tell us a little bit about what we're going to be cooking today, Patricia.
We're going to be making a vegetable soup with lentils. And speaking of lentils, those are a great source of protein. I wish we could source them locally. All of our root vegetables and most of our other ingredients are all local ingredients, but lentils are a great protein source. There are different kinds, different colors. Green lentils are my favorite, of course, but red lentils cook quickly. They have no seed coat on them, and the others take a little longer to simmer. So you can put them in your soup and just leave them simmer until they're cooked but not mushy. We don't want to overcook
Yeah,
them.
no mushiness.
No.
So Patricia, tell me a little bit about you, I hear, have a very wonderful property where you get a chance to grow
I like to
a lot of things on there.
I like to do some gardening, yes, and not so much vegetables. I found that other people, like Cindy and some of the other market farmers, do a better job than me. But I like growing fruit. So
Peaches, I hear.
I have peach trees and currant bushes and raspberry bushes, and I let the little wild strawberries take over in the flower beds. And when my granddaughter was small, she loved coming to Grandma's house and picking the little
Nice.
wild strawberries.
And we're going to put a bit of zucchini in here. We've got the heat turned up on that.
Yes. we
So
can keep it
folks, you're
on.
starting with your base, your garlics, a little bit of onions, olive oil. In this case, we're using a larger scallion. We've got a bit of zucchini here we're going to put in. We've got some yam, and actually, we can also add in some carrots and some potatoes. I will chop the yams up quickly while you're adding some carrots. And these carrots, again, local rainbow carrots. How fun is that?
They're so pretty.
Yeah. So I'm going to chop some of this. Today, for a stock, we're going to use water. And Patricia's brought in an interesting bouillon cube. It's gluten-free. Am I right about that? Gluten-free and salt-free.
Salt-free, yes, vegetable cubes, and it's an organic product, non-GMO containing.
Good.
So
It's
we'll
always
use
nice
one of
when
those.
you know you're not cooking with that.
Yes.
That's a wonderful thing about Northumberland, eh?
Oh, yes.
Like, we're so fortunate here to have all...
To be so close to all the fresh market, fresh produce, meats, poultry, right on our doorstep.
It is. So, any other tidbits we need to know about? Who did all the cooking in your family growing up?
Oh, my mother, because I was lucky to have a stay-at-home mom. That was the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot from her about cooking. And then when I became a mother,
What was your favorite food growing up? Well, your comfort
Oh.
food, your go-to food.
Mother made bread every Friday. So she would make 4 loaves of bread, and coming home after school and the smell of bread, we would eat a loaf of it after school. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So we would just walk in the door and we'd all sit down, slice bread and eat it. That was great fun. Yes.
I'm going to be looking into doing some bread myself this year. There's been a bit of a throwback last year to people doing their own breads. And I've noticed the bread makers, people, it was a big rage a few years ago.
Yes.
And it sort of died back, and everybody started getting rid of their bread makers. I've since attained a bread maker. I'm going to try my hand at making some bread this year.
Oh, do,
Just homemade,
do.
just, you know, there's some good recipes out there.
Yes.
So for those of you, we've just added in our yam, some zucchini, some carrots, our rainbow carrots, some fingerling, locally sourced fingerling potatoes, and we've got the garlic going on in there, and I can smell the onion and all that wonderful stuff. And then we're going to throw this in, and then we're going to add our stock and our bouillon cubes and get that up to a boil, and then we're going to add our lentils into that.
Yes. I'm not stirring often enough here.
That's okay. We're
It's
good.
sticking, but that'll give it lots of flavor.
So there we are with that. Here's our bouillon cubes. How many of these would you normally use in a little pot like that?
Well, I think probably 2 with a pot full of water. 1 per 3 cups. I think
There we
that will
go.
do.
Now, folks, when you're cooking with lentils, remember that they're going to absorb the water, right, Patricia?
Yes, and they'll double in size. So
No need to soak them.
you should rinse them before you put them in. Just as you would with quinoa and couscous, I think those should be rinsed before using too.
I've got a bit of bay leaf here. Would
There
you
we go.
normally put some bay leaf in?
Oh yes.
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 Oh, and we also have beautiful
Yes.
you brought from your garden lovage.
Yes.
I'll chop a bit of this.
Yes.
And maybe you want to take and measure out what you feel.
Well,
like
or
half
a
cup or
handful.
something like that. Yeah.
A handful of lentils.
We'll put some lovage in. Now,
And-
lovage is a nice alternative. This is from your own garden. And it
Yes.
was a nice alternative to.
To celery.
Yes.
Yes.
And it smells beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
bringing that in.
Well, and celery, when you look at the list of the dozen dirty vegetables that accumulate pesticides, celery's the worst. So if I'm buying celery in the winter, I buy organic celery. But it's nice to have this in the garden as an alternative.
It's wonderful. Okay, so we've got our lentils in, we've got our veggies in, we've got our veggie bouillon cubes in, we've added a bit of water into that. We've got our onions, our garlic, our good olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and toss this in on top. And now we can, do we want to add a little bit of kale into it as well?
I think that kale would be great, yes. And I think kale's in the same family as Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower. The cruciferous vegetables. I love that word.
And we'll just put a bit in there. And it's really great because it does hold, it tastes great. It's a nice alternative, you know, just to add in.
And it's
give it a little
healthy.
bit more
It's
texture.
everything healthy in here.
Thank you so much for
Lovely.
coming on to Chef's Corner, for showing the vegetable
Thank you,
lentil
Michelle.
soup that you're doing. It was lovely to
Thank
have
you.
you.
Thank you
and-
very
and
much.
Do that. So I'd like to thank all the candidates for coming on to Chef's Corner and allowing me to cook with them and learn a little bit more about what it is that they like to cook when they're at home. Thank you to all the candidates who came in. And don't forget, folks, to make sure that you vote on October the 19th.